Today I'm going to explain a thriller romantic movie called My Fault. Before going into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The film starts by introducing us to a young girl named Noah, who is busy packing her belongings for a move to a new house. While going through her stuff, she discovers an old picture of herself with her father, taken during a car race when she was younger. Despite briefly considering leaving the photo behind, Noah ultimately decides to take it with her. During her journey to the new house, Noah has a conversation with her mother, where it's revealed that they will be moving in with her wealthy stepfather, Emmanuel. He had rescued Noah's mother from poverty after her divorce from her alcoholic and abusive ex-husband. Noah is not thrilled about the move, as she doesn't want to be away from her friends and her boyfriend. Upon arriving at Emmanuel's opulent mansion, Noah is greeted warmly by him, but she doesn't seem particularly interested in the lavish surroundings. As she explores the luxurious mansion, she realizes how much her mother's life has changed since being with Emmanuel. Her mother takes her to a room with a beautiful sea view and assures her that she deserves to live in the house just like her stepbrother, Nicholas. Later, as Noah looks at the photo again, she is deeply affected by it and steps out onto the balcony, where she unexpectedly encounters Nicholas. At that moment, she receives a phone call from her friend, who points out how fortunate Noah is to have her mother marry a rich man, ensuring her financial security. However, Noah expresses her disdain for the spoiled rich lifestyle. To her surprise, Nicholas turns out to be her love interest and stepbrother, adding a layer of complexity to their relationship. He behaves arrogantly and orders his aggressive dog to scare Noah, but then he calls the dog off. This infuriates Noah, and she storms off into Nicholas's room. In the evening, the family, including Emmanuel, Noah, and Nicholas, go out for a family dinner. During the car ride, Noah looks at her photos and those of her boyfriend and sends him a message. Nicholas drives past her in his car and gives her a seductive look. At the restaurant, they engage in conversation, and Emmanuel praises Nicholas for his achievements as a skilled surfer and a successful law student. However, Noah dismisses Nicholas as a spoiled failure, insinuating that his opportunities are due to his wealthy father. Frustrated by the situation, Noah decides to leave the restaurant, and Emmanuel asks Nicholas to take her home. During the ride, Nicholas drives skillfully but recklessly, which frightens Noah, leading her to criticize his driving and call him arrogant. This angers Nicholas, and he stops the car, asking Noah to get out. He then leaves her there shocked, especially since her phone battery is dead. Fortunately, Nicholas's friend arrives and takes Noah with him to a party where other affluent young people like Nicholas are present. At the party, Noah becomes jealous and angry when she sees Nicholas surrounded by girls who like him. Nicholas notices her presence and inquires about how she is doing. Noah retorts that she will inform her father about Nicholas attending inappropriate parties. This leads to a warning from Nicholas for Noah to stay out of his way, and he walks off. Subsequently, a girl named Gina invites Noah to join her at the party, introducing herself as Nicholas's friend. Noah starts drinking wine, and Ronnie gives her a menacing look. The party continues, and Noah's level of intoxication becomes more pronounced. Observing her state, Nicholas decides to take responsibility and drives her back home in his car. Once they arrive at the mansion, Nicholas carefully carries the unconscious Noah to his bed before leaving her alone in the room. In her state of deep slumber, Noah experiences vivid dreams from her childhood. She relives memories of her mother trying to protect her by hiding her in the closet from her abusive father's rage. These haunting memories linger in her subconscious. The next morning, the sun rises, and Noah finds herself sitting at the beach alongside Gina. The presence of Nicholas, who has come for his surfing hobby, catches her attention. It becomes evident that all the girls at the beach are drawn to him due to his wealth and charm. As Nicholas takes to the waves, Noah gazes at him with a mix of emotions, uncertain about how to deal with her feelings for him. Later that night, a high-stakes car race for the wealthy elite is set to take place, and Ronnie challenges Nicholas to participate. The atmosphere at the race location is electric, with expensive cars and enthusiastic spectators gathered to witness the competition. Nicholas is all set for the race, but just before it starts, he spots Noah in the distance. Her beauty leaves him momentarily entranced, causing him to be late in getting his car to the starting line. He tries to make up for the delay by utilizing his driving skills, but his focus wavers as he keeps glancing at Noah, who is approached by a young man during the event. A surge of jealousy courses through Nicholas as he watches the young man getting close to Noah. Despite his efforts to concentrate on the race, he can't help but be envious and distracted by the situation. Noah, Gina, and Leon watch the race from a distance. As the race approaches its final moments, Nicholas's rival's car suddenly breaks down, giving Nicholas the advantage. He seizes the opportunity and wins the race, leading to cheers and celebrations from the crowd. However, amidst the jubilation, Noah stumbles upon some photos that reveal her lover's infidelity with her best friend. The shocking discovery enrages her, and she resorts to drinking and dancing to cope with her pain and frustration. Nicholas notices Noah dancing with another young man, and his anger and jealousy flare up. He confronts her, demanding that she show him respect as he considers her his sister and doesn't want to see her engaging in such behavior. Noah, however, explains that she allowed the young man to approach her to take pictures that she plans to send to her cheating lover as an act of revenge. Surprisingly, Nicholas seizes this opportunity and suggests that Noah send pictures of him with her to her lover instead of the other guy. To her surprise, Noah accepts his proposal, although she finds his actions towards her puzzling and unexpected. After their conversation, Nicholas asks Noah to wait in the race car for Gina, who is on her way. However, Noah becomes intrigued by the car and ends up sitting in the driver's seat. Ronnie parks his car next to the red car, and mistaking him for her rival who belongs to Nicholas's team. Noah gets into Ronnie's car. Ronnie seizes this moment to deceive Noah, falsely claiming that Nicholas might lose the bet, and she may even lose her red car if she doesn't race now. The situation becomes tense as Noah contemplates what to do next, unaware of the manipulation at play. As the race begins, everyone, including Nicholas, is astonished when none of the race cars move. Ronnie, determined to win, taunts Noah and gives her a 5-second head start. Noah confidently takes the opportunity, assuring Ronnie that he will be defeated by a skilled and professional racer. As the race unfolds, it becomes evident that Noah is indeed a car racing professional, and her level of expertise is incredibly high. The presence of a picture of her and her father engaged in car racing earlier in the film serves as proof of her racing prowess. Ronnie, intimidated by Noah's skill, tries to rub her car to force her out of the race, but Noah stands her ground and ultimately defeats Ronnie in a stunning victory. Noah exits the car to the jubilation of the crowd, celebrating her remarkable win. However, Nicholas is infuriated with her since he lost the race due to her actions. Ronnie insists that Noah should have been his rival from the start, not her. With no other choice, Nicholas reluctantly hands over his car keys to Ronnie, who curses Noah out of frustration for his defeat. In the aftermath of the race, Nicholas stands up to protect Noah as she breaks down, terrified due to the painful childhood memories resurfacing when her father used to beat her mother. Gina intervenes and takes Noah to the car, with Nicholas and his friend joining them as they quickly leave the scene. The next morning, Noah wakes up to a disturbing message from a stranger cursing her. She shows the message to Gina, seeking support and understanding. Meanwhile, we see Noah's mother asking her husband, Emmanuel, for his opinion on a dress she plans to wear for a special occasion. Emmanuel candidly admits that he fell in love with her at first sight and decided to marry her, not considering saving her from poverty as his primary motive. Later, we find Nicholas spending time with his little sister, Maggie, who is his half-sister from his mother's second marriage. Nicholas takes care of Maggie, as she has diabetes, and they share a close bond. One night, Nicholas and Noah watch an action scene involving cars in an Indian movie. Nicholas expresses his skepticism about the feasibility of the car maneuvers in the movie, but Noah assures him that those moves are actually quite easy to execute. They share a moment of camaraderie as they bond over their interests. Noah apologizes to Nicholas for the consequences of her actions during the race, and their conversation leads to a romantic kiss, further complicating their relationship. The next morning, Noah is washing her car when she is surprised to see her ex-boyfriend accompanied by her mother. It becomes evident that Noah's mother is suspicious of a potential relationship between Noah and Nicholas, and is determined to rekindle Noah's romance with her ex. She sees Nicholas merely as Noah's brother and tries to prevent any romantic development between them. In a panic, Noah quickly approaches Nicholas and asks for his help, realizing that she sent her picture with him to her ex-boyfriend. She fears that if her ex sees the picture, it could lead to a scandal, especially since Nicholas is perceived as her brother. The situation leaves Noah seeking a way to resolve the predicament and protect her newfound bond with Nicholas. As Noah's ex-boyfriend tries to approach her, Noah continues to ignore him, and Nicholas, hiding his face, playfully teases him. Noah eventually goes to talk with Nicholas, but he can't resist making fun of her and playfully drags her into the pool. After they both get out of the pool, Noah receives a bouquet of roses from her mother, but her joy turns to concern when she notices a card accompanying the flowers, threatening her for her actions. Curious and worried about the threats, Noah confronts her ex-boyfriend, seeking answers about the mysterious bouquet and the threatening card. However, he denies any involvement and claims to know nothing about it. In another scene, an unknown person is seen having a conversation with Ronnie, the racer whom Noah defeated in the car race. The nature of their discussion remains unknown, adding an element of mystery to the plot. The next morning, during a family lunch, Noah receives yet another threatening letter, but the identity of the person behind these threats remains unknown to her. Noah joins Nicholas and his friends in the car, where Mario asks her how she became such a skilled driver. Another girl sitting in the back speaks up, revealing that Noah learned to drive professionally with the guidance of her father, who was once famous in the world of car racing. When Mario asks about her father's whereabouts, Noah merely replies that he's gone. Nicholas takes the group to a location where a street fight is taking place. While he participates in the fight with intensity, Noah appears scared, as she was traumatized by her abusive father during her childhood. Mario tries to comfort her, but Nicholas intervenes and gets into a physical altercation with Mario, attempting to protect Noah from any harm. However, this further frightens Noah, and she asks Nicholas to stay away from her due to her fear of violence, reminding him of her past experiences with her father's cruelty. As time passes, Nicholas reflects on his love for Noah and strives to become a better person, aiming to find inner peace. He grapples with his feelings for Noah, who he considers to be almost like a sister, but he cannot deny the depth of his emotions for her. One day, Emmanuel, Nicholas's stepfather, reveals some unsettling information to him about Noah's real father. He informs Nicholas that Noah's father was involved in violent activities and even tried to eliminate Noah when she was young. He adds that Noah testified against her father, leading him to be imprisoned, but he was recently released. Emmanuel expresses concern for Noah's safety and asks Nicholas to take care of her, emphasizing that her father is a dangerous man who should return to prison. At night, the mysterious stranger who appeared with Ronnie earlier is seen sitting in a car outside a house. Noah is inside the house, having a party with her friends. When she eventually comes out, inebriated, Nicholas arrives to pick her up, but she goes back inside to retrieve her jacket. Nicholas's girlfriend plays a prank on Noah by locking her in a closet, triggering panic and traumatic memories of a time when her father locked her in a safe, causing her to panic and remember a time when her father locked her in a safe. As the night goes on, Nicholas stays by Noah's side, providing comfort and reassurance as she feels scared. Emmanuel witnesses Nicholas sleeping next to Noah and realizes the strong bond between his stepdaughter and Nicholas. The next day, Nicholas takes Noah to visit his sister Maggie in the hospital. There, Noah learns the reason behind Nicholas's involvement in street fighting. He was trying to cover the medical costs for his sister's treatment because their wealthy father refused to pay for it. During a romantic evening on the beach, Nicholas and Noah confess their love for each other, deepening their connection even further. However, their happiness is short-lived as Ronnie kidnaps Noah. Nicholas promptly reports the kidnapping to his father and Noah's mother. The investigators manage to identify Ronnie as the kidnapper from surveillance footage. Unexpectedly, Noah's real father appears and admits to ordering the kidnapping. He demands a ransom of $1 million for Noah's release. But when Noah's mother and Emmanuel go to the designated location to deliver the money, Noah's father doesn't show up. They soon realize that her father's true motive was to cause fear and suffering for them. As he watches them through a tablet, reveling in their distress, Nicholas, accompanied by a detective, reveals information about Ronnie and how he took his red car, which has a tracking device they can use to locate him. However, Noah's father discovers their plan and tries to escape. Nicholas pursues him, leading to a thrilling car chase reminiscent of a Hollywood action scene. During the pursuit, Noah's father forces her to drive the car while he aims to shoot Emmanuel and her mother. In a tense moment, Nicholas communicates with Noah telepathically, using the spinning motions they had seen in an Indian movie to avoid a potential collision. The detective manages to shoot Noah's father, bringing an end to the dangerous situation. Noah's mother is relieved when she sees that her ex-husband's threat is eliminated. She embraces her daughter, and in an emotional scene, it becomes evident that Nicholas and Noah share a deep love for each other.